2001, it's not my priority anymore. My priority was Ellen, my goals, and love. And I also became more understanding and accepting of everything and everyone in my life and around me. It was no longer about me alone, it's not just me, and me, So last year in June, I discovered that my cancer came back. And it has spread to both my lungs. So, and it probably started in 2008 in December when I started coughing very badly, non-stop, for many, many months. But because I was afraid that the cancer has come back, I refused to go and see a doctor. I was afraid in my heart. Although, my husband, Alan, he has always reminded me and nagged at me, said, you better go and see a doctor, you've been coughing for too long. But I was so afraid. So by the time I found out, and I had to get an x-ray done, I found out that the cancer has spread to my lungs and the terminal illness. And at the time, my doctors gave me 6 months to live. So that was in June of last year. Well, I was devastated. I was very heartbroken. Alan himself, he was in shock and he was lost. We both felt very helpless. But my immediate response when I found out that the cancer came back and that I was going to die was that I had many things to get done because time was running out for me. I had only 6 months, but I have so many things to do. Look at my children, they are all so young, I wasn't ready to go. I was more concerned about how to teach my children what I would have taught them over the next 10 to 15 years until they become teenagers and become adults. What I can do in the next 20 years and I can't do now, I may not be able to do. I'll be trying to do it in 6 months. How do you do that? And so going for chemotherapy was no longer an option for me because I did not want to compromise on the quality of life. And I knew that chemotherapy would take my time and presence away from my family. So I had to deal with my own grief and my sadness. And also the sadness of people who love me. Alan was sad, my daughters were sad, my parents were sad, everyone cried, and so I had to deal with me being sad, but I had to also worry about people being sad for me, especially people who love me. So in Alan's mind, he wanted me to go for all possible treatments just to get well again. He wasn't the only one, as I said, my daughters, my parents, my siblings, and many close friends did not allow me to avoid any form of treatment. And I realized then that I could not be selfish. It's not about me again, and it's not about what I wanted. It was about making the best of my situation and showing the people who love me that the journey is about living my life fully, loving fully, and being present at every moment of my life with the people around me. So we made a very quick decision, let's start the treatment, and I did. But the oncologist had to agree to my condition, and that is that I would maintain my quality of life. Because my oncologist did not know what the future held for me. He can't tell me that the treatment is going to cure me. I was really like a guinea pig. I'm going to try different types of treatment. If the treatment works and my cancer is reduced, then we continue with the same treatment. But if it's not working, we will change a different drug and try to things that I wanted to get done before I hit the bucket, before I pass away. Okay, so the few things that I actually had on my bucket list is the first one was to get my will done, to ensure that I learn my goals and my loved ones are appropriately taken care of, and to ease that path into a life when I'm not around. And Ellen and I also took a holiday in Europe with the support of an oncologist. And primarily we wanted to go to Lourdes, which is a place where it's known for healing. And also to fulfill a dream that both Ellen and I share together, which is to see the special places that we want to see and to experience together as a couple. So it was a journey of love and fulfillment, of healing, of letting go for both of us, because we love each other, we celebrate, we create positive memories.